Literally, he wore for 30 days without wash. It had no smell, nothing. It feels so soft.
You were in the automotive industry for over 15 years with Volvo. Why did Surendra Singh walk away from everything at the age of 47?
The efficiency of red aloe vera is 22 times more. We are the only company in the world which uses plant-based technology. Close to 3,000 people we have already blocked.
3,000 people?
If you do too much of this, you will not be able to order anything online. This is not a fashion company. This is a technology company.
Welcome to Beyond Basics, your modern fashion guide to success in retail. I'm your host, Damin, director at Tipsy Topsy, a curated destination for those who believe fashion should be smart and stylish. For Beyond Basics, we're always on the hunt for brands that don't just look good, but they also perform. Our guest today has built just that. Let's welcome Surendra Singh, the founder of Turms, India's leading intelligent apparel brand. Turms has won a bunch of awards. They've sold more than 1 million products in India and globally. They've been featured on Shark Tank, and they've been recognized as one of the most innovative and sustainable apparel brands. Thank you, Surendra ji. Thank you for coming.
No, it's my pleasure.
You were in the automotive industry for over 15 years with Volvo, and now you're in fashion, a completely different space, and yet you moved after COVID. Can you elaborate why this shift to a completely different industry?
We were back to India after almost 15, 16 years, moving around the world in different countries, and most of my time was in Volvo. So when we were back, I had opportunity to be investor as an angel investing in small companies. And at that time, when we were looking out for more startups to invest, at that time I came across Turms Intelligent Apparel. And I was, by the way, a very loyal customer of Turms for quite a long time. So I knew the brand, I knew, things were very good from the product point of view. And then when we got to know that, okay, there is, because of COVID, the company is going through some challenging time, and we had an option to either invest or they were also in discussion for some outright purchase of the brand. And that's where we actually thought, me and along with my friend. So we bought the brand, not the company.
There was obviously, you told me before, the brand was focused on fashion.
Yeah.
And you switched that to more of a tech focus. What was the thought behind this?
So they were not completely fashion. They were already into one of the technology, which was anti-stain. Bit of fashion was also their play. But I think once we took over, we had a complete different vision for this brand. And because I have used those products, I wanted to bring something which is very innovative in apparel industry. And there are a lot of innovations already happened, but to bring all that in under one umbrella, make it as a like Turms, many people, they say that this is not a fashion company, this is a technology company, technology applied on fashion. And that was the vision which was engraved, and we moved from not only from anti-stain, and we had now almost 3 to 4 more technologies which we have developed. So we have created an umbrella under which all this innovation happens, and we apply on different kind of fabrics and garments when we manufacture them.
I know you have, of course, socks, 7 days. I've used those when I'm traveling now, because I don't have to carry 7 pairs for 7 days. I can just take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
What other products and are these other technologies besides anti-stain?
Mm-hmm.
And what is anti-stain? Some people might not understand what it is. What is anti-stain?
Anti-stain is a technology which actually is a material science hydrophobic technology with the use of nanotechnology. If you apply on either on the threads or on the garment, depend on what kind of garments or product you are making, it will make it anti-stain. Means that if you are wearing a pure cotton white shirt or a t-shirt, and if you accidentally spill any tea or coffee on it, you will have no stains. It will just roll off.
It won't like soak into the shirt?
No, not at all. It is not something new to the world, But what newness and why only Terms is one of the brand very successful in this technology is that, you know, we are the only company in the world which uses plant-based technology in this kind of process. And by the way, this our process is patented. Reason why we did that, when you manufacture all these clothes and with this kind of technology, it becomes stiff sometimes.
Yeah.
So with the red aloe vera, and I will tell you more about why red aloe vera. When we use this instead of chemical softeners while manufacturing process, we use red aloe vera solutions to as a softener, which gives you not only the softness but also enhances your antibacterial and antifungal properties in your clothes which you wear. Apart from that, we have also done a lot of R&D on cool tech technology. That means when you wear our t-shirt or jeans, it will keep you cool by 3 degrees.
3 degrees.
Yeah,
That's
also
really good for places like India where it's like super hot.
Very true. And you know, we were in t-shirt. Only the challenge is that, you know, when you have innerwear or your vest, it may not come in contact with your skin. At that time, the efficiency may be low. But
Okay.
If on your jeans, you know, it's always so whenever you will sweat, or especially in summer conditions in north of India, temperature goes 40, 45, sometimes touches even beyond. But at that time, this is a savior. And the kind of reviews which I get on, you know, from the customers directly, because I speak to many customers, you know, mesmerized. People say that I was on Goa trip, I took your t-shirt, I felt like I'm carrying an AC. So it actually works. And Terms, that's our philosophy. If we do complete R&D, if we are not satisfied, we never launch that product. What you promise, deliver. That's how you make brands also.
Kind of like Apple. They don't launch products until the product is
Very, very true.
absolutely ready.
Yeah.
And it is got something which no one else is doing. Something like the iPhone was the first smartphone, and everyone else was afraid to do it, and they did it, and it was actually very good. The touch was great. Everything was great. They don't launch anything until it's ready.
And you know, even as I told you that I come from a background where all international products, everything, I have gone through those processes. We have seen when the product is, even if it is 98% ready, they don't let it go into the, you know, market. And even small things are taken care of. And that's how these big and global brands stand out today from the crowd. And I think that's the philosophy I strongly believe in.
That's what you brought from the automotive sector.
Very true.
Okay. Because over there, I'm sure there's a lot of safety things.
Yeah.
You know, for cars.
Yeah.
But of course, in fashion, you don't really have to worry too much about safety.
No, but you know, the promise is promise. If I say anti-stain, and you know, it should work, and especially we take pride that it works on 100% cotton. You know, very easy to do.
There's no polyester or anything like that.
So we do most of our product range is 100% cotton, and where we need some spandex, so we use 5% spandex, and our core products will always be of that. And once we go into more technologies, we may have some blend, but in a very sustainable way. We always use recycled plastic. So especially even our buttons and everything are made out of recycled plastic. You know, I take pride in saying that we are among one of the brand in India which has launched linen shirts, which are very popular in summer times. So it's we imported linen fiber from US, Kansas City. Then our vendor, when he made all the fabric, everything, once the shirts were done, every part of that is sustainable, including the smallest things like button. We got it from the coconut shell. Very strong, you know. I was very worried that, you know, it should not break and you know, washing machine. So we did quite an intensive testing. It works wonders, and you know, people will have linen shirt. Everything sustainable, even the dyes, how the way we manufacture it, the companies, the factories where we manufacture are all green certified. And then a small touch that, you know, we wanted to go on a button which is made out of coconut shell, and you will see small terms engraved on it, and that again was an excellent process. Our team was there to see that.
So I've of course heard of red aloe vera. You know, YouTube, we see all these videos. It's good for the skin and all that kind of stuff. I've never heard of red aloe vera. Okay. I've not even seen it anywhere in any video.
Okay.
What is this?
You have green aloe vera, pink aloe vera, and red aloe vera.
Oh, there's pink also.
Yeah, pink is in between. Yeah, so a bit more, one grade lesser than the red one, but the most effective and the most costliest one is the red aloe vera. So the efficiency of red aloe vera is 22 times more than the green one.
22.
And same is the price points. So red aloe vera is used in very high-end cosmetics, which is your high-end lipsticks and all makeup stuff where you need the kind of efficiency. So this actually I was introduced to red aloe vera when I was in South Africa, leading Volvo's joint venture business there, and I happened to get introduced to a lot of plant-based technologies which Africa is known for. One of was this. And one of the use cases was that anything which is, with their natural properties of antibacterial, antifungal, and the softness which goes beyond any limits kind of. So when we did the R&D, we brought a lot of stuff from Africa. We got the solution of our solutions into it. How do you apply? Because it requires a lot of R&D that, when your fabric is 100% cotton, it behaves very differently on your knitted fabrics. It works very different on your cotton shirts. And also when your denim fabric is far different from your t-shirt and this thing. So when you do all this research, every time the efficiency of this will change. Your performance will change. So what we did is that we tied up with a lot of international agencies. Some were in Germany, one was in UK. We proud to say that we are a sustainability partner for IIT Mumbai. When we do all this research, a lot of money goes into it, but I think once you are done and product tested, fabric tested, then we convert into garments, and this process is applied on our fabrics.
This red aloe vera is imported. Doesn't grow here.
It is imported. We want to maintain the consistency. There are few sources in India, but I think the way we are now structured, we don't want to change the consistency of it. But I think we will look out for more Indian vendors if something good comes up here.
Yeah, because this is a key ingredient in many of your clothes.
Very, very true. So it goes in to make our socks softer, and our antibacterial, antifungal properties enhances almost 6 to 7x. So everywhere you will find in our t-shirts, jeans.
And I think this is a problem for a lot of people here because it's hot.
Very true.
And in Indian households, if you walk in the house, you got to take your shoes off.
Yeah.
And if you've been sweating, your socks are going to smell. And some of your clothes have this anti-odor quality.
Yeah.
How does this work? How can something have anti-odor?
Anti-odor has been in market for quite long, but what the difference is that how long your anti-odor properties can last. It can be 12 hours, 6 hours, and you have many, anti-odor products which say I am anti-odor for 12 hours. But when it comes to your clothing, anti-odors works very, very differently. Your efficiency works very differently because every fabric and the technology applied, how much is absorption of that technology into the threads will define the longevity of anti-odor. You will be surprised to hear that your sweat is odorless.
Okay, so
Sweat doesn't
smell.
Sweat doesn't smell. It is the bacteria which is on your body and your oil which is on your skin and your dead cells. That is what actually causes that bad smell. We lock that bacteria there itself. We don't let it multiply. And when it doesn't multiply, your odor capacity to make smell bit more harsh reduces, and slowly it dies. That's how this technology works, and we have mastered it. When I say mastered it, we are probably in the world first company to introduce 7 days no smell socks for travelers, and I take pride in that. It really works. Apart from comfort, everything what you get in your best socks, we did a lot of R&D with international socks R&D companies to make it from comfort point of view. It should be one of the best, plus the technology part of it. So combination of both is what we call it 7 days no smell socks for travelers.
It's not the first time I've heard about this. I've heard of anti-stain. I've heard of wrinkle resistant or wrinkle free, sometimes they call it. What makes yours better than theirs?
So we were introducing 30-day no wash jeans And we, apart from our laboratory test, we were very, very confident because in labs you can, simulate the results the way the standards what you want. But the use case is that what a person feels. So this guy was living in hostel. He said, I want to try this to be really sure. Literally, he wore for 30 days without wash. And he was mesmerized. It's like it works. No smell, nothing. It feels so soft. And we said, okay. So we gave him socks also. So okay, let's try. So most of our team members, apart from laboratory tests, we do all our team members, try our products and all that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Whenever you sell any products, if your team doesn't believe in the concept, it will never be sold the way you want it. And they are the silent people behind your brand. The day the conviction comes in that what we are promising to customers is what I have really felt and it is true, you are actually already on one step of success of your brand is done.
I guess your team is almost like your unofficial first customers.
Very true.
Even if they're not paying for the product, they're using your product.
Yeah.
And if they like it, they will tell 10 people about it. And it will spread like that. Like if I hear tomorrow as a new guy in Bangalore who has started coffee, I love coffee, and he's roasting his own beans. If I like those beans, I'm of course going to tell every other coffee lover, hey, try this brand. This brand has good coffee beans. Yeah. They're very small, but their beans are very good. Because I have tried it and liked it myself. Right? I think it works with almost anything this way, right?
No, it's very true.
Word of mouth still, I think, is important.
Yeah. We had, very new engineer. He came to me and he said, I want to, buy first shirt for my father to gift him from my first salary. I said, you can take it, you're part of our team. Why? He said, no, I want to pay and take it, and because I love that product, and when I see in responses of all customers who are wearing, they're, the only common thing is wow, and I want to give this wow factor to my father. And it was very, and when we spoke to his father, he says, it literally works, I can't believe it, and all that. And it was very emotional thing to see that, the first salary when he buys Turms and gifts it to his father. That was an emotional moment in our team at that time. And
it's a special product, and right now there's no way to buy it anywhere in any shop offline, right?
Yeah, no, we are completely at present online, but we have plans to go offline too.
If someone goes to a retail shop, online, of course, on your website, you can put photos, videos, graphics, lots of text that explains the product or demos the product. Offline, this is of course pretty difficult, I would say, and challenging. If someone goes to a store like, let's say, Tipsy Topsy, how would the person understand the special features of the product in a few words or in a short amount of time without the help of videos or photos?
No, a very interesting question, because when it is offline, the first thing which comes in mind is, touch and feel of it. But what we are planning is that, we will not be apparel, because we are not only an apparel brand. We are, there's a tech angle to it. And always we believed in giving good experience, and how this technology works should be part of the experience. So we are coming up with an experience-centric kind of concept, where when a person enters, it will not look like an apparel or any, showroom which sells clothes. It will look like a tech showroom. So that's the concept which we are working on. And in that, when you come in, it will be like one of the jeans will be in your museum kind of glass stuff. You will have one experience where people will drop some tea, coffee or Coke on, white cotton shirt. How this cool tech works. We are also working on some fabrics made out of banana stem. So how this banana stem fabrics are made, and that's a huge opportunity for educating people. People don't know that even lotus stem can make fabrics which are as soft as silk. These are the kind of fabrics which people will see, experience. There will be wow factor, educational angle to it. But once they are done with it, they come and then they see, okay, this is what Turms, I'll try and take it. So it will not be loaded with the apparel, but I think 80% of will be experience, and then 20% of will be the sale. So that's how we want to try that concept, where people should experience. There should be wow factor, understanding why they are paying for what kind of technology, and then buy it.
That's a completely different angle. I have not seen any shop where you can go and
Yeah.
play around with the
Yeah.
clothes.
No, I think there are more technologies coming up. So I think there will be some more space. The technologies which will blow off many of the people's mind. They say, "Wow, if that can happen in apparel industry." So we are working on it.
Is there any other technologies which haven't been released yet that you're open to speak about that is not secret?
I can give you a bit of teaser of it. We are working on a T-shirt which will solve your muscle pain and back pain.
A t-shirt that solves muscle pain and back pain.
And it will make use your body heat to do this, and that's a huge R&D going on globally by a few players in US, which includes Under Armour. And this technology, once the price points, and because in India it cannot be 20,000 rupees for a t-shirt.
True.
So we are working on something in which we can make it affordable, where the technology really works, which we know because this technology has got 7 patents in America. They are approved by American Medical Association. So there's authenticity behind this technology. So we are working on some tech like that.
It's not like you're putting tiger balm in the t-shirt or something, right?
No. It will, like, if moment you sit, your back touches your chair or your car seat or whatever, this all technology will get activated. One more tech which is also available in military grade globally. The use case is that every day 800,000 people fall from bike in India. So what we are how we are trying to solve it is that there's already few technologies available where you can make your fabric anti-tear, so it will not tear off with knife and stuff. But what happens is that it becomes very heavy. So we are trying to bring in one technology which will be your everyday wear jeans, and it will never tear when anything of this kind of accident happens. So it will work as second skin to you in this kind of scenario.
This sounds like it's coming out of a movie.
No, it's
This is so
this
cool.
technology is available. Only the thing is how do
It's
you
only used in military.
Yeah, but how do you bring it to the lightweight? How you weave it? People should feel comfortable, because we are trying to make it our brand is known for daily wear clothing. We don't want to become only the motor gear where you put pads and stuff. It's a common man who is not using racing bike. He is a common commuter. If he wears our jeans, it will act as a second skin in any case, any scenario like this.
As well as having those anti-stain, cooling, all those other properties.
Yes.
This is going to be like super jeans.
Super jeans. So we are working on a technology which is very cost effective, but still can be applied on this kind of clothing.
What about for the other things like these anti-stain, these other current technologies that you have? Other people who are not just everyday consumers, like big companies who are buying any of these things for their employees or their workers?
The corporate,
yeah,
that's our very big, part of our sales, and we take pride in saying that we have delivered, or we got orders from who's who of the industry, from all big IT companies. They are all employees, and especially in the gifting world, the pharma companies, we deliver huge stuff. In fact, even last month also we got quite a big number of orders from big pharmas. They give Turms as a gift, because our packing is also very unique, to their doctors throughout the country. We delivered to Ather electric scooters when they were doing their IPO. Infosys, Cloud, Accenture, Amazon, Lenskart. These are our few renowned customers.
Yeah, 'cause this is a very unique kind of product.
Very true.
And not everyone knows about the brand. You don't see it visible in the physical world anywhere. So when someone gets a product which is completely unique, they also feel that it's very special. Right.
And it's very cost effective. We are not talking about 5 or 10,000 rupees, even though it has so much of quality plus technology, starting from less than 2,000 to maximum 3,000 rupees. So, but I think that's the corporate gifting range.
What about the quality of the clothes? Maybe the jeans are soft or they stretch. It could be the softness of a t-shirt. How are you tackling that?
this quality is a very, very deep subject for us. I'll tell you how, what is the kind of process we use and why Terms is known for their quality is that, a very simple example of cotton t-shirts. When we take cotton t-shirts, we even go behind the scene from where the cotton is sourced. How old is your cotton sourced? So reason why we want new cotton is that the older one will have, even if it is kept in a closed thing, but you'll have a lot of nanoparticles on those threads. This has an impact on your absorption of your dyes, your technology, everything. So your efficiency actually reduces. It should be always a new cotton which we should source. When you have cotton, your strands of cotton should be a bit longer. Okay, when it becomes longer, it becomes very weak. So there's a hybrid cotton which actually comes, which are longer and stronger. Okay, the use case for is that when you long cotton strands, you will have less joints. When you have less joints, you will have less hairiness when you use it over a period of time. So that actually happens. When we identify the dyes, there are a lot of chemicals available. It can be permanent color, this, but we have a sustainability as our big pillar on which we take pride on. We only approve the dyes which are certified sustainable from the source itself. Our all factories, not even one single drop of dye or any wastewater goes in the earth or soil. So it is completely recycled and it is certified companies or factories. When your fabric is made, sustainable dyes are used. At that time, what happens is when you put this into dryers, heavy dryers where your temperature goes very high, it actually spoils your real feel of that cotton. So what we do is, we are probably among the very few brands, they do hanger dry rather than machine dry. So that actually gives you an advantage that your absorption is almost 92% versus 70 to 75% in other cases. So even though it takes 2 or 3 days extra, but we are fine with that once the quality comes in. After all, this fabric is sun dry and then it is relaxed on a relaxing table. So normally what happens when you are in hurry, you cut it very fast. In relaxation, sometimes it takes from 24 hours to 36 hours for fabric to actually relax from your roll and when you unroll. So that relaxation gives you preciseness on your, when you cut, your measurements will be very, very perfect. It will not have any variations on one lot to other lot. So that we take care. Third, when we stitch, we use only the threads, which is a UK company, Coats. We actually have a process in which our vendor orders only from that Coats UK, and we can even on our dashboard we can see that okay, our lot was such and how much of thread is imported, which has that kind of shine which is maintained, the sturdiness, and also the threads should not be poly. They are called eco, so they are also, they melt in the soil when end of life. So that is also a sustainability angle we bring in. Then our buttons, as I said earlier, are all recycled poly plastic bottles which are converted, and that kind of buttons which we use. Only the tags which we have on our clothes when we buy, in a year if we collect all, it will create a Everest mountain every year, and that's mostly the plastic. So we have taken cautious call that we will move everything into either paper or the jute threads, and we will try to reduce as much as possible wherever it is. All our plastics are now made out corn starch. Cost wise, it is not very different.
The cost is not that different. It's a different process.
Very true. All our product stitching quality, everything is top class. When people wear this and then they realize, yes, there is some difference. Not everybody will know the story behind it. Small things goes long term in your process to build the quality which we want to deliver.
What I understand is your process is kind of lengthy compared to what a lot of the brands have to take care of all these little things that finally make a big difference when someone wears this product. I can see that there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
No, when I was shifting from automotive world to the apparel world, it took almost 6 months for me to understand, if I have to make real good quality, this is the process. Even though it is a bit costlier, maybe it takes a bit of time, it may not be the fast fashion, but I think there are people who value this, and that's our segment.
That's your niche.
That's our niche.
So where do you think, or who do you think are the market or the right people for these kinds of products that you're offering, and why?
See, in our Terms philosophy, we are a brand which is for daily wear, which means that we are not the guys who are high grade military wear or where these technologies are used, where your products goes 20-30,000 rupees for one stuff which you want to buy. In our case, when we say daily wear, it should be affordable also. That's our price point and philosophy of our where we want to position. Second, anywhere, any person who is into travel mode and he wants something more out of not only the comfort but also wants some functionality to it, which can be, when he's traveling in plane and drinking some coffee and accidentally where you may spill that coffee, or when you're beyond your office you want to feel fresh, so where anti-odor comes in. When you're traveling for more than 3-4 days, you want to carry 7 days no smell socks, or when you want to travel light, so you'll carry 30-day no wash jeans. Even if we say 30-day, but when it can survive 30 days for your 7 days trip, this is the most suitable jeans which you can pack. So anywhere where you have a travel as a concept, anywhere, whenever you're traveling, travel with Terms. That's our positioning of the brand.
You talked about, of course, traveling, talked about gifting purposes. Any other kind of customer that this would make sense for?
We are getting a lot of inquiry not only for corporate gifting but also for hotels and restaurants, where people say, okay, can you make something anti-stain aprons, hotel staff shirts. I was discussing with you that California burrito, I met the founder at one of the conference and he was fascinated by our product. He said, we should talk. Now our team is in talk with him that, okay, how can we solve the concept which he has in his mind. So but that kind of inquiries are coming also, not only from India. We had people from Canada in our office. We had detailed chat how they want to introduce Terms in Canada. We are also discussing with a US company which actually has done over $250 million business in sustainable this thing. They loved our products. We have inquiries from Australia Sports Ministry. They want to do something with us, so maybe in next month they will visit Bangalore. When we see that use cases, I think it's a huge opportunity. But I think research and innovation, what we stand for, actually matters a lot, which is we are working on.
I think this is really great because I don't think India is really known for research and innovation. We normally get innovation from abroad and apply it here.
Yeah.
And this is one of the first instances I'm actually hearing of a apparel brand from India, and actually from India, not a licensee,
Yeah,
going abroad.
that's the very, and I feel
That's
very,
beautiful.
very proud of it.
So you're obviously selling online,
Yeah.
right? People can write reviews. What are the feedbacks that you're hearing from a lot of the customers?
I have a habit of speaking to customers every day. You can't speak to everyone who orders, but our team will select some 5 or 6, especially those orders of higher value. You'll be surprised, the higher value, which are like 10, 15,000, 20,000 is common. But when it goes 50,000, 1 lakh kind of, we ask, okay, whether he's a trader or what. So when we speak, they are actually guys who are, NRIs traveling to India. When they go, they take in bulk kind of, and they ask, okay, if I have to order from London, US, how can I order? I love your products. And you feel motivated that these things. And coming from people, those who have access to more different brands out there, they love Terms. So I think when we see an Indian brand being loved by the world, we take pride in that.
Earlier on in our conversation, you told me about the operational excellence that you guys are operating in Terms. Can you elaborate more on this, and how is it going to give us a brand long-term success compared to just branding?
No, it's actually one of the very ignored subject in our D2C world, or the people who want to do startup. I think because of our experience of 15, 20 years, managing companies, operational becomes your part of your DNA. And the moment you make operational excellence as your key driver of not only your profitability, but your way of your doing business. So your operational excellence means the topmost thing is how do you deliver your customer experience, the way you pack your product, the product quality, your touch and feel, how fast you have delivered, what was his complete experience from paying when he visited your website, how was UI and UX was looking at, how convenient he checked out, was there any hindrance in faster payment, what are the kind of options you give in payments, and then your warehouse things comes in. In warehouse, what we have done is that all courier companies, their business model is based on their volumetric weight. We have two packaging. One is below 500 grams, which is optimized for 495. So, we can put anything and we will always be charged less than 500 gram of the weight. Second is optimized at 0.93. So you'll never cross 1 kg. So, with this kind of operation, we have saved huge amount on the extra packaging cost. Otherwise, we would have paid just for 10 gram, 20 gram above that volumetric weight. Third, when you have return to origin, in India we have a concept of two concepts which are very different from international markets when they sell online. One is India is known for COD, cash on delivery. Deeper you go beyond your A and B class cities, more COD will increase. When you have more COD, that means you have chances of return of that product are very, very high, because customer has not paid, and if he is not available at the time when the courier guy is there to deliver, the chances of return is very high. That has killed many brands in India. You must have heard many big CEOs of e-commerce companies saying that it can even reach 30 to 40% kind of in your total business. Imagine 40% of business. If it is COD on that, you are paying for a forward courier, you are paying for a return courier, and you are paying for even the packet which is damaged, or when you remove that product, it may have to go for refurbishment also. All your operation people are busy without business. It's like managing something which is so unproductive. So your focus should be on how do you reduce your cash on delivery orders, and also how do you motivate people to prepay the order. The moment he prepay, your return and this chances goes very down. What we have done today, industry standards are even sometimes close to 20 to 30%. We are operating at RTO percentage of only 8%. Our returns are even less than 10%, where your normal industry standards are beyond 20 or sometimes even 30. So this optimization, it took a bit of time, a lot of investment on your tech, some modules which are already available in market, where your database will tell you or flag when the order comes in. Your AI kicks in and it will tell you that whether this customer has an habit of returning too many orders in the online purchase world, digital world.
That can be tracked?
That can be easily tracked. Now it has become very common also. So there are many delivery companies, they have data, mostly delivery companies or courier companies. If you put your AI on it, that who has history of more returns, it can be easily flagged, and we use those kind of softwares. So it will tell you, okay, this guy has a high chance of return. At that time, it is automatically it will be passed to our CRM department. They speak to the customers and they check that. Second, when cash on delivery, if your phone number is not correct, your cash on delivery order, he will go there and 100% it will come back. So we don't take any order without an authenticated OTP. So at least your phone number is authorized, and at that time if you have a COD, we don't mind, and if the chances you try to reduce. Third, we have another AI system which will tell you that, okay, when you receive an order, which courier partner should be trusted for that particular state or region. Okay, if it is to be allocated to Blue Dot, because Blue Dot is good in that region to deliver, and there is less chances of COD. Because what happens, sometimes COD is not by the customer, even the courier guy doesn't go to deliver, and he says, okay, I attempted. It's a dissatisfaction of customer, a delay of delivery, all these things, and then customer gets angry and he returns. So there are areas and specific courier partners which does very good job in some particular region, and they may not be good in south, but they are very good in north. But there are some couriers which are vice versa. So that way, some use of technology on very specific subjects actually reduces your operational cost, and it has a multiple effect. It will reduce load on my warehouse people, it will reduce my packaging cost, it will reduce my cost of refurbishment, many things which actually indirectly adds to your profits and bottom line.
You spoke about AI in returns. This is very interesting because AI is going to be used in returns and identifying people who do a lot of returns and then basically flagging them, right? Do you think this is going to reduce the returns in the industry as a whole, for apparel at least?
Yeah, I think this has been a pain area for the industry as a whole. If you
Yes.
ask any D2C, not only in apparel, but any D2C person who does business on either e-commerce or through his own website, cash on delivery and returns is a big pain area. And I think now there are many startups which are trying to solve this as a problem, because it's actually hurting your both top line and bottom line in a very big way. So if I have to invest something on it, I will happily pay to reduce my cost on both sides and increase profitability. So there are now people who are investing in these kind of technologies, and those who have database, for example big delivery companies or courier companies, you name those who are they understand the customer behavior more than us, because they deal with thousands of brand. So when they combine 1,000 D2C brand and then they run AI on it, it's very easy to identify who are the culprits. It will become like Sibyl rating of your online behavior.
Just for our audience, for any other startups, which of the brands, like the courier companies, are doing this so that they can help people who are starting brands identify the culprits and minimize their losses?
So if I have to name, the companies like Shiprocket, another software called GoQuick, one more company under Razorpay umbrella called Magic Checkout. So they will give you autofill of the address also. Now 90% of business orders are done on mobile. Gone are the days when you order something on your laptop. So what happens is, when you are using your mobile, it's very difficult to type your address every time. So it has to be auto-filled. Accuracy of autofill defines your success rate of your delivery also. So when you have these companies, they have so much of data, and sometimes even the latest data, because when you autofill, it can be like 6 months back, 1 year I was in different address, but now I'm at different address, like how you see on Amazon, you choose the address. So now on our D2C website, it's autofilled, and with even phone numbers also. So that way it helps faster checkout. It flags out from the brand point of view. We'll get to know the history, whether his behavior on digital world, how much return exchange he does, and also the courier company to be chosen for that pin code, which has a more efficiency and accuracy and speed of delivery.
Right now, none of the big giants like Blue Dart or DHL, they're not doing AI to identify basically the culprits of the returns.
No, I think the more deliveries are happening with this new age.
The newer ones who are more tech focused,
Yeah.
rather than the legacy giants.
Legacy giants, there's bigger machinery to move, kind of.
Yeah,
But
become very complex.
yeah, but I think Blue Dart is doing a bit of it,
Okay.
and they have very good delivery success rate also.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out
Yeah.
for fashion.
Yeah.
Because I know brands like Myntra, they have a lot of returns. And for fashion, it's very difficult because you can never know the fit of anything.
Yeah.
And there are, of course, in India, we all know there are a lot of scams where people use a product and send it back.
Yeah.
And if they do this all the time, and AI is able to identify, okay, this person with this phone number is always returning stuff, it'll help everyone, except for that person, of course.
No, we have blocked almost, in our database, close to 3,000 people we have already blocked.
3,000 people?
Yeah.
You have people doing this with you also?
Yeah, big time. So now.
So what do they do?
So they will, when we get to know that he has a history of return.
What's the scam? Are they using the product and sending it back, or are they returning something else to you?
So there are two ways. One is that when they use it for some event and then they return, and second, they will try to return something fake. And that again it has become an industry now. Even though our apparel, we are still not prone that much compared to like when you sell sneakers which are 10, 15, 20,000 rupees, and if it is Nike original goes and a fake one comes into the warehouse. So at least maybe at our level, because our D2C, our website is in our control. So at least whenever we have something like this, we flag and we block from our side. You can't do much on other e-commerce websites, even though we flag them that okay, this is the list which is doing the most frauds. So in their decision making whenever this comes. So at least they have some data to take actions on, and they take action at the background. I want to take this chance to also educate many people that now every activity is being tracked, being AI now in place. People, those who are doing these kind of frauds or returns and trying to take advantage of this digital business world, you will not be able to order anything online if you do too much of this.
And this is going to be good for consumers who are legitimately returning something.
Very true. Apart from what I spoke now, there are 2 or 3 things also we have implemented. We have now a tag which is which cannot be removed so easily. It's with a barcode. So when a person receives, so when he will wear, the tag will be seen. So he can't wear for any party or stuff. But if he has to return, our mandatory condition is that you should have that tag on the clothing what you have bought. So when we go, we just scan it and we bring it back, because we have to be customer friendly also. Not everybody is doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So second, we want to another one, which is from operational excellence point of view. There are some tools with use of AI, and many of people must have seen that you have your own avatar wearing your the clothes what you want to buy. So it will give you a bit of size, comfort, how you look in that apparel or shirt or whatever you're buying. So it gives you, at least you will not be under shock when you actually receive this. So your percentage of return, it cannot be fully eliminated, but I think substantial reduction will be there in the return because of size or color or your liking when you actually wear it.
Let's finally move on to a fun rapid fire round.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
One D2C myth that you wish to bust.
People think it's easy. I would say it is the most detail-oriented, tough business to be in if you really want to make money in it.
A startup lesson you learned the hard way.
In startup, you will have to create a pull to push your products. So unless and until you have pull of your brand or a concept, which means if you don't have funding, if you don't have right kind of brand pull to pull right kind of people into it, you will be alone. You can't do anything. So you will have to have that kind of pull for both money, people to run that business.
Most underrated tech in fashion today.
I think all of them is in this industry is undertold stories and technologies. There is huge innovation which has actually happened in apparel industry, but the stories are not told out to the market the way it should reach the common man.
So let's have some fun. Let's go play with some of these products. I have a coffee here that I'm drinking. I have a little bit left. Can I throw this on some of Turms products?
Yes, I think Turms is made for that.
Let's try it.
So I'm excited.
Okay, let's see.
So I'll tell you in what kind of packing our product goes. So this is a recycled cardboard. This is our brand letter. It gives you the complete story. What are the kind of products? This is the Khadi potli.
Very nice, yeah.
Nicely done.
Sustainable packaging.
Yeah.
Handcrafted by artisans. Reuse this unique bag to store laptops and books. That's quite nice.
Yeah. And for laptop, you have like anti-slip sleeves, well crafted.
Nice. That
You
makes
can
sense.
put it. This is not a plastic, made from corn, not plastic. Completely biodegradable.
It feels like plastic,
Yeah.
but it's not plastic.
It is not plastic. So this is a safety tag for any.
Okay,
if this
that's
seal,
the tag
yeah,
you were talking about.
yeah. So if this is broken, then return is not permitted.
So I'm going to do it on this because it's brown. Coffee is already brown, so maybe it's not visible.
Oh, you want white?
Let's do it on white.
Okay, we can have white.
I'll do it.
That is coffee. And just
I just dropped some coffee. Let's try. Let's see. Oh, look. So guys, you see the coffee, right? Okay, let's try round 2. Let's try.
Let it stay for some time on the t-shirt. So like this.
It's like mercury. Okay, so I'll try.
Softly, and then it is even with this.
That is so cool.
Oh my god, that's insane.
That's it.
Oh my god.
That's it. Now let's try it on something else. Ready? Oh.
Okay.
Okay, let it drop. Let it drop.
Brand new. It looks cleaner now. Can you open the handle?
Where's the coffee? I literally dropped it. It came here. It's gone.
Or even if suppose small stain remains,
Yeah,
you wash it, it
that stain will go away.
It will go off.
Better than other clothes.
Yeah, easy. US Kansas City linen.
Okay.
So it's a cotton and linen blend. Also, these small things like buttons are made of coconut shell, and you have terms engraved on it.
Very cool.
And this is also anti-stain, anti-odor. There is no linen shirt anti-stain in the world.
No, I haven't seen a linen
Yes,
shirt
because
anti-stain.
reason is that because these fabrics are very fragile compared to any cotton. You can drop coffee on it if you wish. You see here, it will roll here. One more.
Okay, now we'll let it drop on the table. Of course, no one's going to let the coffee just sit like that. Like a
No problem on this.
Oh, it's dropping.
Yeah.
It's dropping. It's dropping. Oh. Don't worry, he's also wearing anti-stain jeans, so nothing happens to his jeans.
So if you clean up,
No Photoshop here, guys. This is real.
Say-
Question for you. Comment which side we put the coffee.
So this is our one more new product.
Oh, can I also throw it on this?
No. Not every product is anti-stain.
Oh, okay.
So what is the technology inside? Every time whenever you buy Turms, you should see the labels here. So this says that this t-shirt is a Cooltech t-shirt, UV protection from sun and anti-odor. So it will not smell when you wear. So it has 3 technologies, but not anti-stain. We have Cooltech jeans also,
T-shirts and jeans.
t-shirt and jeans.
Cooltech shirts?
Cooltech shirts we haven't done. So we have done only anti-odor shirts we have done.
Okay.
So shirts,
And anti-stain.
we have 2 categories in that. One is anti-stain range shirts. One is only anti-odor and UV protection shirts.
Thank you, Surendra ji, for
No, it was my
letting us
pleasure.
mess up your office. You know,
This is a everyday experience which we do.
it's been very fun. I've learned a lot,
Uh.
and I hope our audience has learned a lot. We wish you all the very best.
I wish you all the best for your this podcast series.
I'm excited about all the new products you're going to launch soon.
Thank you guys.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and comment below which Turms product you'd try first. See you in the next episode.